Love, Nanay and Claire.
Hello ka-fam! Welcome to our channel. Isang araw, isang pahina ng aming buhay. All Saints Day and All Souls Day 2020 are unforgettable. It's our first time to not really do what we are doing for decades. Going to the cemetery a week before to clean and repaint the tombs, bringing offerings to our departed loved ones, cooking sticky dishes as offerings, and meeting all friends and families. Instead, we missed having trick-or-treating, spooky Halloween parties. We were all isolated from each other, preparing food just for ourselves. We were alone thinking the old days, skipping our tradition because of coronavirus, and Typhoon Rolly had its landfall in the Philippines. Down here in Iloilo City, our morning was quiet. No signs of the typhoon as we are quite far from the expected track. We just had short rains and can't find Mr. Sun in a cloudy day. We had our breakfast, as we mentioned, rice, egg, and seaweeds as usual. We felt little blows of Typhoon Rolly as it approaches the northwest part of our country. From time to time, little rain and wind here and there. So it's time for our DIY remembrance of our departed relatives and friends. As evening comes close and dark clouds covers the sky, we started to spend time in our altar to pray for the souls. And I guess the souls are not the only one who need prayers this time. The Philippines needs it. The world needs it. The living needs it as well. Far from what we used to do during these days, the pandemic brought back us again to the core of this tradition. Not the party, not the treats, not the travels, more than our offerings, it's prayer. We pray for our deceased loved ones to obtain peace, but little do we know that we are watched and guided by them. We are guided in a way that we still keep in ourselves all the memories and the meaningful lessons behind the what-ifs and wisdoms of all departed imparted to us. Some of us may have different beliefs. Some people celebrate similar tradition in different dates and ways, but we Filipinos have a special meaning to celebrate our deads because of how much we value our families and friends, how family-oriented we are, how we care to our friends and treat them as part of our family. Claire was too young the last I brought her with me in the cemetery. She haven't met most of the owner of these names written on the ribbons, but she asked questions about them. Who are they? How do they look like? What do they do? Why did they die? And if they reach heaven already? Growing up, it's one of the traditions that I look forward to every year because I get to go back and get to know my family roots. The pandemic and typhoon will not be an excuse for Claire not to experience our tradition, even in a different way. And I wish Claire will remember these days one day. This year, we were not able to prepare our food offerings as well. I guess food delivery has been very convenient for us nowadays. No sticky rice for us this year as we just prepared hot tinolang manok for the cold weather and gloomy day. You can comment down below what food did you have during UNDAS 2020. We are big eaters but I am not too familiar of the names. Your reminders will be a nice review for me. In the evening, we experienced heavy rains and winds. We tried to have a cozy evening while thinking and praying for the typhoon's affected areas. It must be hard and scary. Finally, the evening became quiet again and went on with our plan to watch several horror movies. Who can relate waiting for Magandang Gabi Bayan's Halloween special? I grew up to that. And I hope Claire will find it fun as she loves watching horror movies like me as well. We are close to end 2020 and this year is worth to remember, as we continue to adapt to changes and learn how to live in the new normal. Time and the world will change, but we may always keep our traditions alive in little ways that we can. To the future generations, this is Halloween 2020. We wish you to have better days than us, and may you find lessons from our experiences. Love, Nanay and Claire.